Yo, 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 Sammy G. I'm just eating a hot cross bun at this second, but it's fine. We can begin. Now, from what I remember, we were chasing that guy in the last part, and we've got to find... Already, we've got a weird like loading thing going on. We have to find that... He dropped something at a wall, didn't he, from what I remember? So he's so old, he doesn't run. He's just so old, we can't make him run at all. Yeah, sorry that the stream was a bit later, everyone, than, you know, the normal 4 o'clock. Actually, what is the time? 4:30, yeah. I'm hoping that we can, you know, I might have to end the stream early, just as a word of warning, because my mum and her friend are coming back, and they left at probably 3 or 4 o'clock, and it takes them about 4 or 5 hours to get here, so... I don't want to have to end the stream early. I want to play it for the full 1 to 2 hours, or, you know, the normal 2 hours, but yeah. So what's he dropped here? A passaporto. Why can't it just be called passport? Why is it going to be called something so annoying? So this guy, yeah, it's not him, obviously, but why has he dropped his passport?
A false passport with Ratchet picture. Clark, Ratchet. How many others?
Yeah, Sam, can you tell me if you can hear the voice picking up?
Ratchet changed his identity as often as his socks.
Yeah, he did, because he's a fucking child killer. Of course he's going to keep changing his identity. Just let me know if the game is... What's that? It's purple. Can't remember if I've seen purple before. Probably have. It's a passport, but in Italian, and yeah, I hear things fine, because I normally have the TV quite quiet, and... What's that behind me? Is this me? I normally have the TV quite quiet, and it makes me not hear things as easy. But I only do that because I worry that the mic might be picking up double echo audio. So if you hear any kind of echo, just let me know, and I'll turn it down to the minimum. Right now the number is 15. Yeah, I've got it on 15. I normally have it on 12 on my TV. Where the hell am I going? There's a door here. This is really kind of creepy, isn't it? Like the red and the green. Where the hell am I supposed to go? Oh, I'm supposed to open up the mind map, aren't I? Yeah. Here we go. Money in the backpack. Where does the money in the backpack come from? From the Armstrong case ransom, from a deal with Cairo. Well, it's most likely from the ransom.
Very well, I choose to go this way.
I wonder if these give you different conclusions.
I'm sorry I couldn't catch the suspect, Mr. Poirot.
I mean, even if I did catch him, he's probably going to beat the shit out of me.
Your efforts were marvelous. I found some information.
The guy's still dead. He's been dead all night.
Did you access the FBI database?
Don't worry, my little grey cells were enough. However, the database may confirm the origin of these banknotes.
No need. I included them when I continued my investigation.
Excellent.
Good team, these two, aren't they, really? Find the serial numbers on the dollar bills. I'm going to have to quickly adjust this blanket behind me because it keeps picking up on the camera, and I don't want that. I'm just going to move this. See if that improves things. Sorry about that. Probably doesn't make a fucking difference. So, find serial numbers on the dollar bills among the photos on Joanna's phone. I need to get like a green cloth behind me. I do have a green screen somewhere, but just a green cloth because behind me is a sofa, and it sometimes picks up on the thing, which it does annoy me a bit when I see it doing it. Look, Sam, 2009, Japan, 2009, 2006. I have no idea what the number is. NAS, starting with S. I don't even see that number. NA215022G, and then the top one. What the fuck is this? It's on the money note 25th to 15. Why can't I see it? Maybe I click back. Hang on. Oh, maybe I had to do it like this. NA. Probably scroll through. Yeah, I thought that. Yeah, scroll through. There's a bit of the page missing, if you've noticed. That's brilliant. 215. There's a couple of 215s. G, I'm guessing. Oh, I got one.
Gets it right.
And then 215880. Oh my fucking god, how many do they expect? Just look for C or S, I guess. That one. There you go.
That is a great
Alright, so now we just have to find the S. Look for one that says S, I guess. There we go.
No rookie mistake there. Monsieur Poirot, it's part of the ransom money from the Armstrong case.
You are surprised?
I suppose not.
I got it.
Had it in an
I
account
guessed
with
that.
Black.
It would seem so. He knew the serial numbers on the banknotes could be traced, and he could not spend it, so he stashed it there.
But now he's run low, something he didn't count on. He hopes enough time has passed so he can begin to spend the ransom money.
There is something else he didn't count on.
What's that?
He didn't count on you, Detective Locke, and your tenacity.
Thank you. But we are still left with a murderer on the loose.
But we
Yeah, good point.
We know Mr. Wadi had an appointment with Ratchet.
We actually do have a murderer. You know, we actually are dealing with a legit murderer.
Photo, but a new name. What is your opinion about the passport?
Ratchet wanted to disappear again, hiding behind another fake identity. The passport reveals Ratchet's true identity. Maybe this
I
one?
discovered that he was arrested in Armenia for trafficking in stolen art and was supposed to be arraigned in January. Once again, he changed his identity.
Pretty sure that spelling was incorrect.
You are correct.
For arranged.
He also told me that he was threatened, and that threatening letter we found in his room was real.
Yeah, so the letter was a spanner in the works because the threat of the letter was not done by any of the passengers on the train. It seems that it was done by this guy that actually wanted to kill him and then kill these other people. So, like, there's a legit murderer that is like a serial killer who... Ratchet's also a serial killer, but, you know, the people on the train just killed him for revenge, so they're not really murderers, they're heroes, if anything. But it seems to be that there is a murderer out there that needs to be caught. Why did the murderer leave the money? It was too risky to take. The motive is not the money. I don't know. Maybe this one?
Maybe the killer didn't take the money because we interrupted him.
Perhaps, but the bag is not very big. He could have easily escaped with it. I do not think he was interested in the money.
If the motive isn't money, then what?
It suggests a new motive altogether. Perhaps passion or revenge.
The motive is revenge, the motive is passion. What the hell's passion? What does passion even mean? Also, I played a bit of the game, I fucking hate YouTube chat. I played a bit of this, and at the start, Ratchet wanted to know about Geneva and Venice. Is that your version, or did that happen in mine? I think I sort of remember that. I'm going to say revenge.
Revenge seems like an obvious motive to me. The murderer carefully followed...
I'm glad that I'm glad, if people didn't know, Sam has got the game himself now. He's playing it, which is really cool because this stream and me playing this has inspired him. So hopefully it'll inspire you guys to go and play it as well, you know, because it is good to play. It's worth playing. Or you can just watch me or watch it on YouTube. Or watch Sam if he ever plays it.
Wadi's precautions. That is cold and careful.
Excellent. We cannot yet know for certain, but that is a sound psychological analysis. We have an idea of the motive. It is the same motive as that of our 12 would-be murderers on the train.
This one feels different, though.
We still must know who was under that mask.
The same. Maybe this guy killing these people is also a good guy. You know, maybe this guy is killing all of Ratchet's accomplices. You know, maybe this guy is the real hero. You know, the same murderer who killed Ratchet, a murderer hired by Ratchet. I'm going to say that this one, the same murderer who killed Ratchet. It was before we go onto the train and inspect the other passengers. So I'm guessing there's a lot of probably information at the beginning then that you can gloss over and just miss. Now that you're playing it in hindsight, you'll probably notice so much more, which will help with these streams, definitely. Excuse me.
The killer is also Ratchet's murderer. The motive for both deaths was revenge, and both are related to the Armstrong case through the ransom money.
Exactly. So our murderer is linked to the Armstrong case. The money is linked to the Armstrong case. But these
glasses
that I found in the bag,
planted,
they must have something to do with this case too.
Wait, those glasses mean something to me.
Dr. Constantine, what? If it is Dr. Constantine, then that means Dr. Constantine is involved. And he was part of the people planning to murder him. And then that's why he told us that there was a 13th stabbing. But he told us that at the end. Like, it was suspicious, wasn't it? The game almost ended. We had the credits rolling. Dr. Constantine knocks on our door, waking us up to tell us he's found another stab wound on the body. I think that is suspicious. How did he not notice it? Why did it take him so long to... Well, the fact he did tell us it, maybe he genuinely got it wrong. But then they're saying it could be Daisy's nanny, Susan Morrow. I'm going to go with Dr. Constantine just to see what the dialogue says.
Dr. Constantine? No, that's not it. They're the woman's glasses, and I think there's something about them. They're familiar to me somehow.
Why did they even mention Dr. Constantine?
They belong to Susan Moreau, little Daisy's nurse. I remember seeing them in her bedroom, but they were gone the day she died.
The glasses were missing. Do you remember she had a glass case and in the drawer it was missing, wasn't it?
I've always believed otherwise.
Yeah, what if she didn't kill herself?
That she was killed.
Yeah, what if she didn't kill herself? What if the nanny didn't actually kill herself? I know that there was loads of sleeping pills on the side of the bed, and me and you both thought, oh, she's killed herself. You know, it definitely seemed like she was also reading all the emails on the laptop and everything, all the messages of people saying they want to put in prison and everything. But we also noticed her glasses were missing. And there were certain things in the room. The diary was missing. So she was probably killed. She probably didn't kill herself. Maybe she actually was murdered.
By Ratchet or his accomplice. He took those glasses. I always had a gut feeling, but now, Mr. Poirot, now I have proof Suzanne was innocent.
Yeah, now she's definitely innocent.
But the question I ask myself is this. Why did Ratchet keep these glasses?
That is a good point. Trophies of his victims, future fake evidence. We know he plants fake evidence. Because in the safe, he had a strain of her hair in the safe. That's not a trophy. Well, he does take trophies of his victims as well, because he had a thing of Daisy in there, I think. Sick bastard. But I'm going to have to say future fake evidence, even though I'm pretty sure it'll be trophies.
Ratchet used to leave fake evidence at the scene of his crimes to incriminate others.
Yeah.
He did the same thing to frame Suzanne.
Possibly.
Yeah, he was going to frame her for this as well, that she wanted the money.
Victim as a souvenir of the murder.
Both. It's both. It's both.
Behavior of a fetishist.
Now that you mention it, in my investigation at the time, I had already found Daisy's hair clip in Ratchet's cabin.
Yeah, I said this, yeah. So it's both of them. He plants evidence and he takes trophies.
Victims of Ratchet. He is a trophy hunter.
Yeah, that's what I
We
thought.
managed to clear up some of the gray areas. What now?
The bag only contained a fraction of the $1 million ransom of the Armstrong.
So it's not the full 1 million then.
Must still be in a secure place. I will make a wager with you that it is the Banque du Lac in Geneva. Where
Geneva, you said about that. Mr. Waddy worked.
Keeper of Ratchet's secrets. They were killed by the same murderer.
Agreed. Well, there is nothing more we can do here except wait.
Man, I can take in this so much easier now I can hear it properly. You know, before I've had it too quiet.
We have a lot of explaining to do.
And after that?
I've been saying to you, I didn't hear that, Sam, or I missed that. Yeah, because I couldn't fucking hear it. Just be me being an idiot, having it too quiet. So maybe we're on chapter 10 now. I'll quickly save after this loads, and because that's how I find out what chapter we're on. Really, I don't know if it even pops up the chapter name. Does it pop it up? Do I miss that like an idiot as well every time? Sam said that there's 12 chapters total. We said that in part 4, I think, or part 5. So it's nice to actually have a confirmation now how many chapters there are left of this. But the problem is, no, it doesn't pop up with the chapter. See, it most likely is a new chapter. December 18th. How long we been on this train? I never want to leave this fucking game. I want this game to go on forever. Do you know if there's any DLC for this game, Sam?
At last. I was worried about you.
We just left the police station. We had to explain to the Italian police that we were not murderers.
What? Another murder?
Yeah, another one. Another one. Another one.
Passengers and staff aboard.
Yes, everyone is here. We were waiting for you.
Excellent. Let's not waste any more time. We have to make a longer than usual stop in Lausanne.
What?
We're going to Lausanne? I need to look these places up in real life.
In Geneva.
We're going to do banking in Geneva. Brilliant. That looks nice, doesn't it? A lobster. What is that? Potato? It's so nice to see the train moving. Might be 13, but that chapter is very short, which I assume... Short, I think you say? Which I assume is the ending of it all. You might have said short, I don't know. Thank you, though, Sam.
Mon ami.
The loading. Yeah, short. I really, really hate YouTube chat. Like, that stupid heart in the bottom right really pisses me off because I can't see certain things. I don't know if you have the heart and can see it as well.
An uninvited killer.
What didn't Michael see them? Maybe he gave a false testimony, or maybe he was just smoking. But I reckon maybe false testimony, but I don't know.
Pierre Michel's testimony is, of course, false. He was actively involved in the murder plot. I must know his real movements to understand when our 13th murderer could have acted undetected.
Is the murderer still on the train? What do you reckon, Sam? Do you reckon the murderer's still on the train? There's one more murderer? Or do you reckon the murderer is not on the train? I don't think so, because we just chased after the person and he was in Italy. And he was I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no.
Stay focused. We have evidence that he is still...
Do we?
Yes, he most certainly returned to the train.
How can you be sure?
It's obvious.
He's smarter than
I
me.
hope Mr. Poirot agrees.
And she's smarter than me apparently as well, because I can't work that out. He ran in the direction of the railway. I didn't know that. Apparently maybe he ran in the direction of the Venezia railway station. His best ticket out of Italy is aboard the train. There is no one missing on the train. No, I don't. Maybe that one? This is stupid.
While I was chasing
Oh, it is.
he
It's
was
correct.
clearly running in the direction of Venice Station, where the Orient Express was waiting.
Very possibly.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean...
Not much in the way of proof, mademoiselle.
I was going to say.
The train is French. The murder took place in Slovenia, and the victim's body is in Italy. Jurisdiction won't be sorted out before the train reaches Paris. The murderer is...
So he's
probably
trying to
sit
get
tight
into a
where
place
the
where there's
train
like, where it'll be safer.
It is undoubtedly a possibility, but we have no proof.
All the passengers and crew are still aboard. If the killer of Mr. Wadi had remained in Venice, we would have noticed right away that someone was missing, and we could have alerted the authorities.
I promise you, I made certain everyone was aboard before we embarked.
Book, calm yourself.
Calm myself? But we're back where we started.
Yeah.
There is still another murderer on my train. Wait a moment. Can I change my mind about my verdict? Can we turn everyone over to the police?
Everyone? Including ourselves?
What? No. No. Oh, it's a nightmare.
Let us take it step by
The
step.
person that ran away, right? The person that ran away was very fit to be able to run away. I'm a young 32-year-old woman. I don't know how athletic women are when it comes to running. I imagine women can run quite well, especially a trained police detective. I think men are always faster than women, but I don't know. I really actually don't know the stats on that. But the person that ran away from us cannot be old. He was young and fit and agile to climb over all those walls. Do you know what I mean? So if it is someone on here, it could be Jean, could be it's got to be somebody young and fit enough to run that fast. And it could be a woman. Could be someone we don't know yet. If it is linked to the Armstrong case, then probably is still on the train. Yeah, good point.
We can start by eliminating all of the members of the Ratchet jury.
Eliminating? What, are we going to kill them now? Who are the 12 people who were both Ratchet's jury and executioners? Captain Arbonart, even her, the old lady, I think Mrs. Debenham, I think Mr. Michael, these two, because there's 12, isn't there? So, him, not her, because she didn't do it, apparently. Not sure about Mr. Mori and these, so I don't think they took part in it. I think she took part in it. He took part in it. He took part in it. Miss Hubbard took part in it. And then Mrs. Holson took part in it. Look at that. Got all of them. Got all of them first go.
If we eliminate the 12 jurors, we are left with 7 additional suspects.
7? It's still too many.
Yeah, it is a fucking lot.
Reduce our list.
Excuse my impatience, Poirot. It's as if my beautiful train is cursed. Can you exonerate any of the 7?
What if he is a suspect? He's our friend, isn't he? He's our friend, right? And the fact is, all of these people that got on the train, he must have approved all these people. Now, he might not have known they were linked. Should we say yes? I'm going to say yes, even though he most likely isn't.
I do not think that's the right answer. Book? Great. Book worked hard to get me aboard the train. He is definitely not a suspect.
I mean, true, but it's still, no.
Well,
She chased after the murderer.
Mademoiselle Locke cannot be a suspect. She pursued Mr. Waddy's murder.
Exactly. Well, she still could be part of it. He could be, but he's helped with the investigation.
Fantastic. Dr. Constantine alerted me to the 13th stab wound. He is not a suspect. My little grey cells did not let
Well,
me...
it's narrowing it down to the staff, isn't it?
Who I must now examine more closely. Miss Nielsen, Monsieur Maury, Monsieur Fauché, and Countess Andrény.
One of my employees? Suspicious?
I reckon Jean, probably.
Got off the train in Venice to restock supplies. Any
Yeah.
one of them might have...
I'm going to say Jean. Young, fit, can run.
I suppose.
You know, the cocktail maker.
Andrény, you cleared her yourself.
She is cleared of the first murder, but we know little of her movements here in Venice. So,
The Asian guy's a smoker. Let's just think about it, right? The Asian guy's a smoker. He ain't going to be able to run that long and get away. Like, I smoke a little bit, and even I can tell if I smoke too much, my lungs start taking a hit, and I get more out of breath easily. So a constant smoker will not be able to outrun a police detective. The other one's a woman, and I don't think she would have done it, but I think the most likely suspect is either going to be, I think it's Jean. He's 28. He smokes as well, though, actually. So I'm being a hypocrite. But then again, he's young, isn't he? Who was the other one I was just framing? This guy, he smokes. So it can't be him, but it could be. Or it's going to be Jean. Maybe it could be her because she does not smoke and she could run fast and be agile. So it's going to be between these two. There you go. My theory.
Detective Locke?
I can't join you, Poirot. My chief saw something on the news about the case and my involvement. He's demanding an explanation. If I want to keep my badge, I have to call him.
Isn't it fucking annoying? All this fucking by the book shit. Like, when you do things by the book, nothing gets
I
done.
understand.
And I mean that in real life. That's why I'm talking about it so angrily, because it's real life. And nothing ever gets sorted. Nothing ever gets done because you've got to do everything by the book.
There is, of course, one other suspect with a motive for murder. The ransom money.
You mean Detective Locke? Then who did she chase? Who killed Aziz? We both saw
Yeah, what if she is involved?
standing over the body.
Interrogate Mrs. Nelson. Okay, whereabouts is she? Interrogate Mr. Fulcher. I think it's him, personally. Okay, so we know who we need to interrogate. I just don't know where they all are. So this is going to be fun. Oh, excuse me. Keep burping. Hopefully they don't allow me to go in all these rooms. Well, here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. Why is it not more? What if it was more, like, one of the people on the train who stabbed him to death, we've said, okay, well, they've all murdered Ratchet, so we've eliminated them from it. But it could be one of them that got off the train and did it. But obviously the staff are people that restock the train, so that's probably the reason why we're doing that. But it still could be someone else. The Great Gatsby. I don't know if I need to read these. I think I've already seen them. I think we've already checked all this out. I don't even know why I'm in the room, to be honest.
Doctor, I need to question...
Oh, I need her, yeah.
I'm afraid that won't be possible, Mr. Poirot. The Countess had an anxiety attack when we arrived in Venice. She was terrified the police would come for her and her husband.
Yeah, she's probably... But she could be faking. Because, you know, like, oh, I feel ill, I'm frail, I couldn't stab him, I'm not moral. That's been slightly proven because she had her husband stab the body because she couldn't bring herself to do it. But it still could be an act, do you know what I mean? It still could be a lie. And she is involved.
She has been sleeping since.
You have stayed with her all the time we were in Venice?
Count Andreni begged me to watch over her. I have not left this room.
You're the reason she's in this state.
Book voted to absolve you all. I accepted his verdict.
I told her. I tried to reason with her. What she has already suffered, the strain of these last few days, it was too much.
I understand, Count.
Or just say, yeah, she's not going to be going to prison.
I came for.
I don't want to see these people go to prison. I'm a bit iffy about the new murderer, but yeah.
Michel, I have a few more questions to ask you, if you will allow me.
Anything, Monsieur Poirot. We are in your debt.
What did you do in Venice?
Please tell me your movements when we were stopped at Venice Station.
Once the compartments were cleaned and the linen refreshed, I stayed in my quarters.
Did you notice anything special? Comings and goings?
Monsieur Bouc had asked everyone to stay in their compartments. I would occasionally walk the train to ensure everyone was comfortable. Oh, I saw Monsieur Maury was all alone loading his crates of provisions. A great chef like that, reduced to petty labor, I would have helped him. But Monsieur Bouc had ordered me not to leave the train for any reason. So, Monsieur Maury was forced to labor alone.
So he was the only one. So Mr. Maury was the only one.
Let us review the actual timeline of the night of Ratchet's murder, not the one manufactured to hide your crime.
I left the train in Minkowski for a smoke. Then I resumed my post. That was the truth. The train departed on schedule. But then, of course...
What if the train driver's part of it?
...blocked the tracks. At 12:45...
It could be the train driver. What if it's the person driving the train? There's someone driving the train, right? It's not just going straight, is it? Someone's manning the train and driving it. Have we spoke to the person that's driving the train?
And I...
Like when it was stopped, maybe he got off and killed him and then went back?
Our plan.
Due to the snow and Poirot.
The little play we had staged for you had to be rewritten. I left your compartment at approximately 1:15.
Then the curtain went up. Calls in the night, the red kimono, all for my benefit.
And all for nothing, as it turned out.
Do not blame yourself, Michel.
I am the theater critic no playwright wants to see in the audience.
Yeah, good point. This detective's based. I want to see him in more shit. Piro, or whatever his name is. I want to see him in, like, I just want to see him solving every case. Alright, Gene, you are my top suspect right now, buddy.
You play well. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Thank you.
Well, you did, because you want to question him.
Lessons thanks to my mother.
Is your mother related to the Armstrong case?
Paris when I get the chance. But as you can see, it hasn't made me rich. What can
But
I
you want money, don't you?
Conversation only.
What did you do in Venice?
Tell me about your time in Venice.
I had Monsieur Book's permission to see my sister. She lives in Marghera, just outside of Venice. She had a baby a few weeks ago. This was my first chance to meet my new nephew.
Monsieur Book gave you permission?
Yes, you can ask him.
Most assuredly, I
I
will.
mean, he didn't tell us
When
that.
did you leave, and when did you return?
I left around 9-10 p.m. I was back by 10:45 p.m. When I got back, Hotaru was in a lot of pain. I gave him a back massage.
That would have been enough time to kill Monsieur Wadi and return to the train.
Let me see your knives.
May I see your knives?
Of course, they are here.
If you don't mind.
Help yourself. They are under the bar counter.
Night of Ratchet's murder timeline.
Tell me again about your poker game the night of the murder.
It's a regular game to help relax after a long day. Let's see, we started around 11 p.m. We took a short break in Vinkovsky, Hotaru, Pierre, and I. The game finished up around 2 a.m. We'd all had quite a bit to drink. Ah, yes, I left for about 10 minutes to refrigerate champagne for the next day. That must have been around 1 a.m.
Alright, let's go look at these knives.
None of these come close to the wounds on either body.
Would he bring the knives back? Would he bring, I mean, yeah, okay, maybe not the murder weapon, similar knife to the exact knife that was used he might have. Fair play, but still. We know where most of the staff are. They're all at the this end, aren't they? There's Book. I don't know how he keeps getting here. He's always eating, this fat bastard.
You told Fauché he could go into Venice?
Marghera, actually. Not so far away. It was his only chance to see his sister. He's been working.
What if he's lying about his sister and the baby?
Never time to see the new baby.
Enough, Book. Your heart does you credit, but your common sense,
I know.
He also said, just before we started speaking to him, that he was doing the piano, but it doesn't seem to make me very much money. The bags of money. Yes, you know.
But
Was that a little hint at it?
Isn't it? He did come back.
Oh, it's fine, as you say. Unless he saw the baby, then killed someone else and returned to the train.
But that's monstrous.
Murder is always monstrous, my friend.
Killing a child rapist murderer. Someone that's killed many children. I don't see that as monstrous. Like, murder is monstrous, the act of it. Doesn't mean it's bad if you're killing someone that deserves it. In my opinion. But there you go. Especially if he didn't face justice at the fucking court. The hell is this?
Saffron. It must be worth a small fortune.
I've got no idea what that is. It looks like ginger pubes.
Good evening, Monsieur Maury. May I have a moment of your time? I have a few questions to ask you.
Of course, as long as you don't mind if dinner is ruined.
I promise to.
He's always such an arsehole, isn't he? Would be cool to see a game based on the detective. What did you do in Venice?
What did you do?
No idea if there's other DLC for the game. Fair enough.
With Freya's help, I loaded fresh produce for the next part of our journey. Then, you may not believe this, but my job requires a lot of physical labor.
Well, you're quite fit then, are you?
Fortunately, Jean has become quite adept at separating my vertebrae.
My vertebrae.
As you may know, I have solved the murder of Monsieur Ratchet.
That is a shame.
I beg your pardon?
The bastard sent my steak tartar back, telling John I was to burn it.
I will add it to the list of his crimes.
Fuck's sake.
One wound on Monsieur Ratchet's body was struck by a very
That was
sharp,
hilarious.
thin-bladed knife. We haven't found it yet.
You think one of mine was used?
And add it to the list of crimes.
If you don't mind.
In that drawer.
Oh, here we go. This is where it's going to be annoying, isn't it?
Knives. But their blades are too wide to have been used for the crime.
Night of Ratchet's murder
Tell
timeline.
me about your poker game the night of the murder.
We started around 11 p.m. When John finished his shift. We played until around 2 a.m. From what I remember, it's a bit vague.
You played without a break.
Actually, we did break once for a smoke. John
Or he stopped to put champagne.
and I. When we stopped in
He said he stopped the game to go and put champagne in for 10 minutes. Was that around the time that the body was stabbed? So maybe he took that time to quickly go down the other end, stab the body, and then go back to the poker game.
Vinkovsky
Gene, I'm talking about, not Mr. Mori.
around midnight.
Right, I think we've just got this woman left to question. I believe. Any evidence in here to pick up? The hell is this?
The box is secured by some sort of locking mechanism. The design is formed by 3 commas. What is the word in Japanese?
Yin and yang, isn't it?
And it's obviously missing a piece.
Okay. What are they? Chocolate cakes? Oh man, crisps. I've got a whole fucking bag of crisps. I've got like a massive fucking collection of crisps at the minute. Getting my fat on. I'm getting my fat on. Just thinking about it. There you are.
Good evening, Mademoiselle Nielsen. May I talk to you for a moment?
Of course, Mr. Poirot. I'm not going to bed right away.
Can you tell me your movements while we were stopped in Venice?
That'll be easy. I didn't move much at all. Let's see. I helped Hataru load all of the food crates aboard the train. Hataru had everything he needed, but I realized they forgot half of my order. I spent over an hour on the phone with the supplier.
Well, we'll have to prove the phone
I have to
records.
change the dessert menu for tomorrow.
So then we're gonna have to prove everything she just said, I think.
Dr. Constantine found a stab wound on Ratchet's body that was caused by a much thinner and sharper blade than the others.
Possibly a chef's knife?
My thought, precisely.
And you'd like to see my knives?
If you wouldn't mind.
I would gladly show you if I had any, but I don't. I use the regular kitchen knives. You may search if you don't believe me.
I see.
All the knives the staff use are in the kitchen or in the lounge, except
Except
Hotaro prefers to use his own.
Monsieur Mori doesn't use the kitchen knives?
Not usually. I know he keeps a set of traditional Japanese knives in a box in his room. He doesn't let anyone else use them. Although now that I think of it, he has been using the kitchen knives lately.
We're going to need to open that box to find out, but this doesn't mean that he did it. You know, just because he has his own knife. I know what Japanese chefs are like. They probably have really good blades. They don't want anyone else touching them because, you know, they might break them or steal them or not use them properly or blunt them a bit. So this doesn't. Well, once we've seen the knives, you know, if there's blood on them or if it's the same knife that was used, so we definitely need to check inside that thing in his room. I'm glad we found that, by the way. I don't know where the mechanism is or what it is to open it.
Can you tell me exactly about your poker game the night of the murder?
We started around 11 p.m. In Vinkovsky, we took a short break. Hataru and Pierre went outside to smoke. Oh, and Hataru got sick around a few minutes past 1 a.m. 1:10 a.m. maybe? He spent about 15 minutes in the bathroom, but he didn't want to quit on a losing streak.
Did his luck improve?
No, so we played to around 2 a.m. He lost every hand.
I feel like we're hearing conflicting information of, oh, I massaged him at this time and I put champagne in at this time and all this stuff. It feels like conflicting.
Everyone, but some elements of the testimonies do not seem to correspond. I need to recheck a few things.
Obviously, you think people can just get things wrong, though, can't they? That's the thing. Mr. Michael, Mr. Mori, Mr. Fulcher left the train in Vinoki to smoke. Mr. Michael went to this... what one is it? Mr. vomited around 1 a.m. Yeah, because he said he refrigerated the champagne at 12:55 a.m. Mr. Nelson does not smoke. I really don't know. I don't know which one to do. I guess here in this one.
This is wrong, but I'm never far from the truth. No, not good. I do not think...
Are we ever gonna get the right fucking one?
Think, Poirot. That is not a good answer.
Is it round the other way or is it this way around?
No.
What is it then?
I do not think...
First and fourth?
This is wrong.
Wait, hang on, that was probably not correct. 1, 2, 3, 4. Idiot, I couldn't count. Thanks, Sam. Mrs. Nelson does not leave the train in Vinoki. She was alone in the crew quarters. Mr. Fulcher refrigerated the champagne at 12 and then he vomited around here. Mr. Michael was not watching the whole way from 12. I need to read these properly. My brain just doesn't take in this information sometimes. Maybe this and this. Mr. Mori reboarded the train at 1:10 a.m. where Perry Michael was not watching the corridor. Mrs. Nelson did not leave the train in Vinoki. She was alone in the crew quarters. Mr. Fulcher boarded the train at 12:55 a.m. when Perry Michael was not watching the corridor. There we go.
The three staff members had the opportunity to kill Ratchet when Monsieur Michel wasn't watching the hallway. My little Grace...
And plus, we've got to trust that he's not once again involved. Confronting Mrs. Nelson. Check the knives of Mr. Mori. Who's Mrs. Nelson? Nielsen or whatever. Is she the blonde-haired woman? No, who the hell? Who is... We've got to talk to her again. Okay. The Venice alibi.
Remind me of what you did when the train stopped in Venice.
No problem. I helped Hotaru load all of the food crates aboard the train. Hotaru had everything he needed, but I realized they forgot half of my order. I spent over an hour on the phone with the supplier, without success. I had to change the dessert menu for tomorrow.
Yeah, we already heard this, didn't we? Okay. I bought in all the food crates of Hotaru. I realized I forgot half of my order. I spent 1 hour.
I know.
Okay, it's not that one, but I don't know. I'm just going to click random shit. Fuck it.
That does not prove she's lying.
Mademoiselle, I believe you're hiding the truth from me.
What makes you say that?
Testimony of Michael.
Michel saw Monsieur Mori carrying the crates of food alone. You weren't on the platform.
I did help Hotaru.
The entire time? He carried so many crates, his back was sore.
Ah, I'm sorry about that. Okay, I'm guilty. I did leave him before we were finished. But I had to. There was no saffron he needed for a recipe. I volunteered to go into Venice and get him some. The Rialto market would be open late because of the carnival. He gave me money. I knew we weren't supposed to leave the train, but I only wanted to help. Mr. Mori can confirm this. Ask him. I saved dinner.
Oh, on behalf of my palate, I thank you. How long were you gone?
I left at 9:10 p.m. and was back with the saffron around 11. That's when I called my supplier for the items I was missing.
Miss Nielsen had almost 2 hours to buy the saffron, find a costume, kill Monsieur Wadi, elude Detective Locke, and make it back.
That's a lot of time she had. A lot of time. And she doesn't smoke.
It's possible that was enough time.
More than possible, yeah.
Thank you, Mademoiselle Nielsen. That is all for now.
So she's our top suspect right now for the amount of time she was gone.
Tonight's dessert.
That's my opinion. If I was trying to solve this case, I'd be like, who was out there the longest? Simple as that. The person that was out there the longest is most likely the person that committed the crime. I didn't even notice this. Oh my fucking god, this is going to be horrendous, isn't it? I don't even know how to play this. I'm getting a hint because I don't know how to play it. Inspect. So one piece has to be like that. So what am I looking at? Symbols? So the flower. What the fuck? Got to reveal all the symbols, I take it. Because if you look at the hints, the wallpaper here, they're all out. And then that one's down the side. Fuck it, we'll just reveal all of it. So basically that's what it's got to look like. I have no idea if I'm going to be able to remember how that looks. It's also really finicky. Let's just reset it. The first one is this, isn't it? Want to reveal the flower. Reveal the flower. And then the next one is revealing all of that side. How do I get that to move?
It's still locked. I need to move the parts on the side.
Why is that fucking stuck? Okay. Now what?
It's still locked. I need to move.
Well, making a bit of progress here. Fucking hell. And the arrow that way, then this way. Okay. I think.
On the side.
I can hear a car pulling up. I don't know who that is. Could be neighbours. This is correct, isn't it? Like, I don't want to like piss around with too much stuff because then I can mess it all up. Okay. Oh, there we go. There we go. Did it. I know I needed to have hints and that. I don't think I'd have ever been able to really work that out on stream in a reasonable amount of time. There we go. Final piece needed. Just let me quickly have a look at outside real quick. It's actually nobody. Nobody's outside. not even a neighbor, no one. Let it rip, Beyblade. Oh, Beyblade could be another game we play in the future, Sam. He seems to have quite a lot of knives here. Is there blood on any of them?
Sushi knives, razor sharp.
One of them will probably have blood on it.
Colteria Venezia.
We checked them all.
Sushi knives.
Okay, I think we've done it. All right, ask Mr. Mori about his personal knives. Yeah, you fucking stopped dinner to look at me.
I'm sorry, Monsieur Mori, but haven't you forgotten something? You haven't told me about the knives hidden in your room.
Ha! Yes, indeed. I forgot to tell you about those. They are my personal knives. I only use these knives. There are none better. I bought them all in Japan. No one is allowed to touch them.
To me, that's not really suspicious. These are my personal knives. I only use these knives there. That's not true, because we've told that he started to only use the kitchen knives. I bought them all in Japan. No one is allowed to touch them. And one of them wasn't bought in Japan. One of them wasn't bought in Japan.
I'm afraid you are better at sushi than lying.
What? What do you mean?
One of the knives has an inscription, Coltelleria Venezia. Did you happen to go shopping tonight, monsieur?
Damn you, Poirot. Very well. One of my sushi knives has been missing since the night of the murder. I thought you were going to believe I killed Ratchet.
Let's just get this right. One of his knives goes missing. The first thing he should say is, Detective, one of my knives is missing. I swear I haven't killed or stabbed or done anything to Ratchet's body. One of my knives is missing that I keep safe and that I use. Why didn't you just say that to the detective straight away? I have now had to work this shit out, and now you've come clean about it. Like, why do people have to... If he's innocent, he's a fucking idiot.
Routinely sent back my dishes to be ruined. Why does God give rich people the money to afford the best cuisine, but not the palate to appreciate it? I panic. I know a very good store in Venice. I went to buy a knife to replace the one...
In fact, he's got this knife in his hand right now as I'm speaking with him.
I assure you that I had nothing to do with any murders.
I would have an easier time believing you, monsieur, if you put that knife down.
Oh, yes, of course. Sorry.
What time did you leave on your little shopping trip?
I left around 9:30 p.m. I was back a little after 11.
Wait, it's gone a couple of hours then.
p.m.
Time enough to stab Monsieur Wadi and return.
Very well, Monsieur Mori. That's all for now. If I have another question...
I'll be right here, cooking.
Right, alibis in Venice. She has one. Who doesn't have one? Okay, who doesn't have an alibi for the murder of Mr. Wadi? I've got no idea, actually.
I must admit I'm not right this time.
Maybe her?
No. This is wrong.
Wait, what?
But
She's the only one that doesn't have an alibi, but she does have an alibi.
I must admit
Wait, what the fuck? What's happening? I just clicked all of them. Mr. Morris, this is the only one. Well, I've clicked all of them.
No. This.
I've clicked all of them. Do I have to wait? Hang on. Do I have to click more than one? Idiot.
Think.
There we go.
That was easy.
Man, I look like a right fucking clown sometimes on this. Report to Detective Locke. Okay. So that's what we need to do now. I'm glad I've worked out this system. I wish I'd have worked this system out right at the beginning of the game, because I didn't realise it was telling me what I needed to do. I just thought that it's stuff that you do when you've got nothing else to do. I didn't realise it's actually telling you where you need to go. So let's now go back to the compartment where Dr. Locke is. Dr. Locke, but Detective Locke is. Don't think we need to speak to him, no. It normally pops up with the icon, a white circle with a dot in it when you still need to speak to them. And it has a different icon to let you know when you don't need to speak to them anymore. I know I'm telling you this within like 6 parts, like we're 12 hours in, I'm telling you that information now, but... Right, let's find out what room she's in, because I can't remember. Room 105, so very far away. People who are innocent sure do like to make themselves guilty. Exactly. Exactly. It's not my fucking problem. I say to him, look, you are now guilty. You are now a high suspect because you weren't honest earlier. Like, if you'd have been honest earlier, I would be less suspicious. Like, even if you are guilty, it would have been smarter to have done this. Like, to lie. It's like, I'd be really good at teaching murderers how to lie better. That's the scary thing.
What have you been doing, Poirot? I am completely in the dark.
I will shine some light on the situation, my friend. I have 3 new suspects who could have killed Ratchet and Monsieur Wadi. Miss Nielsen, Monsieur Fauché, and Monsieur Maury. They all had periods of time during both murders to commit the deed. And their alibi...
Could have been all 3 of them.
A visit to...
What if it was all 3 of them? What if it was Jean, Mr. Maury, and them all together committing the murder?
Family, and not 1, but 2 shopping.
Once again, why not?
But all are my employees.
Alas, yes, my dear book. But we have no proof against any of them. None of the 3 appears to have any...
Need to save, actually.
Whatsoever.
But this is a tragedy.
Do not give up hope. We will catch this murderer. There is still one place that may hold the evidence we need.
Geneva.
Exact.
Do not give up hope? Well, that's easy for you to say. But what if it's Freya? What becomes of dessert? If it's Sotaru, who will cook? Me?
That bastard.
If it's Jean, who will serve the drinks?
That's correct. I think they should all be found innocent.
I had to confirm my identity for Interpol, so they contacted my captain at the Berkshire Police.
I suspect he was not pleased.
That my vacation was actually an unofficial investigation? I'll say.
I would be happy to speak to him on your behalf.
Thank you, but he'll get over it. It's a chance to close the books on the Armstrong kidnapping.
But there's other crimes he committed too. Ratchet did other things as well.
Then granted me an extra week.
Excellent. What did you learn from Interpol about the Banque du Lac?
It's had a bad reputation for over a century. Customers have included the mafia, Nazis, corporate swindlers of every description, even heads of state.
It is true, this. It is the worst kept secret in banking. They take advantage of the bank's strict policy of protecting the anonymity of its clients. This is in defiance of many laws from multiple countries, including Switzerland itself. Of course, I have never taken advantage of such a corrupt system.
If there's a system for you to take advantage of...
There are ongoing investigations, subpoenas, court orders. The bank will eventually have
and it doesn't really matter.
Assets may be seized.
Do it.
But until then, it's still thriving.
I know that's kind of a big statement to make, like, oh, if you can scam the bank or whatever, do it. But if you can sort of do it and it doesn't really hurt anybody, you know, and you can milk a situation if you can. Who really cares, isn't it? It's like if you are in a corporate shop and you have a candy bar in your hand and you accidentally walk out the shop with it. The worst thing that you can do is walk back in there and say, oops, I accidentally took this. Take it from experience where I've accidentally walked out with stuff from a shop. They didn't care until I went back in and I was like, shit, sorry, I forgot to pay for this. They get really fucking weird about it. I remember my nan once, she walked out with a jacket on that she tried a jacket on and she just walked out the shop with it. And when she came back, she was like, shit, I've got this jacket. I need to go back and purchase it. So my nan went in the shop, she purchased it and then said to the lady, you know, behind the counter saying, yeah, I just accidentally walked out with this. I've come back to purchase it. She was like, oh, it was a good thing you told me that you bought it before mentioning that. Otherwise, I'd have had to call the police. And me and my nan looked at each other thinking like, why would you have had to call the police? My nan came back and admitted that she didn't purchase it and came back to buy it. But they would have called the police. It's like, what the fuck? Like, my nan didn't need to buy it. We could have just walked off and gone home. Being honest doesn't always work out. I never, ever, ever recommend you steal from a local shop or, you know, a business or anything like that, you know, because obviously those shops are there that you're local and you should be supporting them and funding them. But if you accidentally steal from a corporation like Amazon, for example, who gives a fucking shit? These corporations don't care about you. But there are people that just do so much stupid shit, worried about the wrong thing all the time. People who are innocent. Yeah, you said that, yeah.
Do you have any ideas?
The serial numbers from some of the bills match those from the Armstrong kidnapping. We agreed in Venice that the bulk of the money must still be physically in the bank's vault.
I concur.
In fact, these corporations steal from us every single day. Here, think about it. Then this is another rant, but I want to say it anyway. You go to a supermarket, all the prices now are way more expensive than they used to be. The food's quality is more disgusting than it used to be, and the portion sizes of everything are so small. And then when you eat the food itself, the quality's bad, so it tastes like shit. The quality of the meat isn't good. For example, you buy meat, it's overpriced. You're being scammed. So it's okay for the corporations to scam you somehow legally, but you can't scam them. I don't think so.
Task is clear.
Oh no, the trillionaires. Oh no, they're being scammed.
Safety deposit box.
There'll be codes, passwords.
And Monsieur Wadi would, of course, have known them all. The bag of money he carried is proof of that.
We'll need to find information about Ratchet's box in Wadi's office at the bank.
Most assuredly, but remember the secrecy involved. I doubt his office.
I know, it's so itchy.
All we need. Where else must we dig?
I know why it's itchy, because Tom just hoovered before the stream and all the cat's hair's gone everywhere, so it made me sneeze instantly. So if you keep seeing me scratching my nose all the time, I do apologise, but I can't do much about it. It's annoying me. Where can I find information on Ratchet's safety deposit box? The internet, Ratchet's diary, asked Mr. McQueen. Probably Mr. Waddy's apartment. Very nice.
That's the right answer.
Mr. Wadi couldn't keep all of his secrets at the bank. Hopefully we'll find something in his apartment. We already have his address thanks to his passport, and his keys we retrieved from his body.
The train stops in Lausanne at 8 a.m. But that's far from Geneva. I can delay the departure until 11 a.m. No later. The police are expecting us in Paris by the end of the afternoon at the latest. They won't tolerate...
This train journey turned into hell, didn't it?
I can see only one way that gives us a chance to be on time.
Boat, maybe?
Ferries travel between Lausanne and Geneva, but it would take over 3 hours. We can't depend on finding a faster boat. Better to take a taxi and pray traffic is light.
Traffic is never light. Taking a taxi and praying that the traffic is light is more dangerous than taking a boat and you know the exact time it's going to take. I don't know. How to search the apartment officially together, I don't know.
We could search the apartment and the office together, but we won't have enough time. Better to separate.
Impersonating Ratchet, how to access the safety deposit box. Search warrant, but probably impersonating Ratchet because we don't do anything by the book.
We are going to use the bank's anonymity policy to our advantage.
And the quickest way is for you to impersonate Ratchet.
I would rather impersonate Jack the Ripper.
Oh man, imagine if he was solving that crime.
I will
We need a game. All right, here we go. Nerding out again. We need a game where you solve Jack, or not solve, but you investigate Jack the Ripper. Imagine a proper game. I know it's never been solved. But there is so much fucking stuff that you could make. Imagine that, Sam. A game in London in the 1800s. Proper game like this. You know, nice art, kind of the same style as this, and it's based on Jack the Ripper. Sweeney Todd. You know but if you know who Sweeney Todd is, if you don't know. Sweeney Todd was a barber who would kill people. He would put them in his chair. He'd lean back to give them a shave. He'd slit their throat, and then he had a chute. And at the back of this chute, he would send them all down their bodies would go down the chute, and then he'd put them into pies. And then he had a restaurant who he would serve the pies to. So he was making money from the barber shop. Then he was making money from killing people and putting them into pies. It was all 1800s London would have been an awesome place to have been around in.
We need to find the account number.
Along with everything else.
I will say I want access to the vault. They don't ask for papers or even names. The vault information is enough.
I'm not hearing any of this. I run a train company. I don't rob banks.
Perfect. Let's recap the plan.
Yeah, go to thing by taxi. Meet up at the bank. Pretend to be Ratchet. Separate. I'm probably getting these all round the wrong way. Search the apartment. Find information about Ratchet's safe. And then search Ratchet's safety deposit box.
This is wrong. But I'm...
I don't actually know, like... Maybe these two?
I must...
What part do they meet up at the back? Then they separate.
Think...
Find the information to open the safety box before pretending to be Ratchet. We must separate before searching Mr. Wally's office and the apartment. In Geneva, we are going to split up to search Mr. Wally's apartment and the bank. Find the needed information in each place. Pretend to be Ratchet and search the deposit box. So do we pretend to be Ratchet at the moment we search the deposit box?
None.
The game of Jack the Ripper will be alternative endings as well, since it would be endless. I don't fucking know which one goes where. It still didn't explain it. Search the safety deposit box. Pretend to be Ratchet. At what point do I pretend to be Ratchet? Find information. Maybe this is on the inside.
This is...
What point do we meet up and then separate? Find the information to open the safety deposit box before pretending to be Ratchet. Wait. Okay. So this is correct, sort of.
I must... think...
Is the fucking taxi thing at the start? Like, I don't get where the fucking taxi bit starts. In Geneva, we are going to split up. So in Geneva, we are going to split up. Go to Geneva by taxi. Separate. But then they're not separated here. They're not separated here. They're in the picture. So they meet up and then they separate, right? So go to Geneva, meet up at the bank, separate, find information. Taxi. Separate. Taxi, separate, inspect. Search Mr. Wiley's office. What part is the bank bit? Let me just read this properly. What's the separate one? No, not separate one, sorry, the inspect one. Wasn't meant to have inspect. Okay. Taxi, separate, search Mr. Wiley's office. I'm just going to put... This is like the most difficult one I've done so far, I think. Even though it's not, I can sort of work out how it is. Alright, taxi, separate... In search... Money, key... Get back together. Thank you very much, Sam. I would have figured that out, but I just don't get sometimes like what they're trying to say with the information.
To Geneva. Then we'll split up. You're going to search Mr. Waddy's apartment. I'll search the office at the bank. When we have all the information we need, you pretend to be Ratchet, and we can finally find out what Ratchet is keeping hidden in his safety deposit box.
It sounds impossible.
Impossible.
Detective Joanna Locke and Hercule Poirot.
Yeah, nothing's been impossible so far.
We face our greatest challenge tomorrow, together.
It's our greatest challenge, apparently, everyone. Keep that in mind going forward. Are these puzzles going to get any more annoying and hard? Agatha Christie's books have been published in over 100 languages, making her the most translated writer of all time. In 1971, she was made a Dame by Queen Elizabeth II for her contributions to literature. Yeah, I wouldn't class that as an honour, really. I would be like, oh shit, the Epstein fucking royal family gave me knighthood, or they gave me the Dame, you know, like, fuck that. Oh, God. It's like, just like... It's like a curse, isn't it? Like Rolf Harris, didn't he? He painted a picture of the Queen, and I think he was knighted. And then Jimmy Savile also was related to the royal family, and that's just fucking the butlers and all the sorts of creepy shit that go on with the royal family. I need to save. I haven't saved yet.
Our driver did well. It took barely an hour to get here from Lausanne.
But we must conclude our business in 1 hour as well. Book can only hold the train until 11 o'clock.
1 hour to find the key of Ratchet's safety deposit box, the box number, and its passcode. A lot to ask.
Indeed, which is why we must split our forces. I will take the cab.
There'll be a lot more people walking around than this.
You must search his office.
I have
it's really run down.
And thank you, Mr.
Lord knows it's pissing me off.
For trusting me.
I think I might put some cream on it or something, because it's just really itchy. Alright, here we go. We've got about 40 minutes to do all this, so... But you probably won't be seeing anything more till Thursday now, sadly. Maybe Wednesday. I can't even remember what we're supposed to do now. We just looked at the plan and everything. I can't even remember. Enter the Wiley's office. Okay. Right, first of all, save. That's it. That's what I wanted to do. We're on chapter 11? That went quick. We went from chapter 9 to 11 already. Still got quite a few more chapters to go though. What's that? Stash. The golden stash. I mean, why is this so empty and dead? There's like nobody here. Come on.
You there. I have an appointment with Mr. Wadi.
Let me check. I'm sorry, I don't see any appointments this morning at all. Mr. Wadi hasn't even arrived yet. Although he should be here by now.
Who am I? Convince the clerk to let you enter. Anonymous?
Even though your customers are anonymous, considering the amount of money involved, you should still have a mention of a meeting.
Yes, I can't understand it. I'll be sure to ask Mr. Wadi when he arrives. In the meantime, you are more than welcome to wait in his office.
Isn't he dead?
I see you're not disturbed. Please follow me.
I'm pretty sure he's dead, isn't he? Guy over there looks like a Nazi. You take your fucking sweet time about it. quite nice here, isn't it, really? Quite peaceful. I wouldn't mind working in an office like this if there was just no one bothering me. I was sitting there all day, I don't care. Used to do that at school. When I'd get detention, I'd be in there for 6 hours. I loved it.
Where Mr. Waddy might be.
She wouldn't know that he's dead. I know. But because we know he's dead, he's not going to turn up. That's the problem. Oh yeah, we already have that figured out, don't we? Rip, Mr. Waddy. I don't know if you're a good guy or a bad guy, but there you go.
Locked. I need the password. Maybe Poirot can help me.
Okay, well, do I need to call him?
It's closed.
Check back of the photo. Yeah, I need to start doing that. Thank you, Sam. Arabic. 2018.
I'm taking a picture of it. I'll send it to Poirot. It might be useful to him.
Fucking flashing hurt me eyes. That hurt me freaking eyes. Is he gonna give me a message back about anything?
Time is not on my side.
Yeah, good point. Oh, golden stash. We found 2 of them. We found 2 of them, Sam. Jesus, we're on a roll. That's the most, I can't believe. I feel kind of pissed off that I've missed so many of these.
Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah, we got the Alice in Wonderland book again.
Everybody seems to have really liked this book.
After seeing this game, gotta always check the back of everything. 100%, yeah. Don't know if we want to read all of this. I'm not reading all of this. There you go. If anyone wants to read through it, just pause the video, stream. I mean, I probably do need to read it. I've got no idea. Probably I've got to read through every single fucking page of it. This is actually Disney, by the way. This is like straight, isn't this like straight up a Disney thing? And it's just in the game. Some numbers seem to be in bold. Oh yeah, 2, 3, 3, 4, 9, 6, 2. I can't remember all that. Any chance you can write that down, Sam? 2. Well, I better do it not backwards. That's stupid. Alright, thank you, Sam. Fucking hell. Like, that'd be annoying. That would be like annoying to do anyway. Like even working it out.
A souvenir tower of Babel. Makes sense. We know that Mr. Waddy is from Iraq.
Tower of Babel is like a satanic thing. Oh no, this shit again. There is no indicator what you need to do. Do I have to match up all the windows? What's this got to do with anything? Window, square, 2. That is so fucking difficult. How the hell is anybody supposed to look at that and then know that that references the freaking the temple? Door, square, 2 circles. I'm just going to do that for now. I got that. I actually got that correct. Fuck. Oh, I didn't need to come out of it. That was my error, sorry. Okay, I had to do that. Why is it in slow-mo? What the fuck is going on? Why is it in slow-mo? It's glitched out. It's fucking glitched. It's fucking glitched in slow-mo. Oh my god, we might have to load. Hang on a minute, I'm gonna have to load. I don't know when I last saved though. The game is glitched. What the fuck? I think it actually said something like this in the Steam patch notes, that there was a glitched cutscene. So it sounds terrifying as well. I actually don't know what's going to happen after. It could still be like this. It could still be glitched after this. Sounds like a fucking tiger. Well, I don't know what to do. I think we're gonna have to leave. Saved when you were in the lobby of this place. It fucking sucks. We've got to do it all. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm sorry, but we're gonna have to go back to the main menu, then come back. Simple as that. Oh, thank God. Oh, that's good. That's good. Thank you, game. Thank you for having some mercy. I guess find the photo again, then call. Yes. Look how fucking glitched it was.
I managed to get.
Can you imagine playing the game like that?
Preliminary search. Everything is locked, including his computer.
Now it's really fast.
Photo with a date on it. I just sent it to you. Maybe you can use it.
Thank you. That might help.
Really apologise for that, everyone. Not that I should be apologising.
Call you when I find something.
As quick as you can. I can't stay here long.
I didn't get to do the other shit in the room. Oh well, who cares? Oh well. This is creepy. It's like reminds me of like Only Fools and Horses. That if you've ever seen the episode where they were stuck in the elevator and they come out of it, looks just like that. It looks like they were probably the same type of building. Beehoff. Our bear. Waddy.
Ah, here we are. Let's see if the key I picked up in Monsieur Waddy's luggage.
It was literally like a waste of 2 or 3 minutes, that was. I'm really glad it put us right back on the spot. I was about to be angry and rant at the game, but the fact that I just exit it out and then join back and it put me right back there, I'm not going to be angry. That was fair enough.
Great.
Great. I wonder what caused the slow-mo. Maybe I clicked something at the same time as the call happened, so it registered it was in slow-mo, but I think there was something to do in the Steam patch notes, because like I say, I'm playing a slightly outdated build, so there's probably a couple of glitches I'm getting that other people won't get. So just a quick disclaimer, I'll re-mention it in case you didn't know. I am playing an outdated build of this game because the latest one wouldn't even load for me. It wouldn't even work. We were stuck at the beginning of the loading screen. It would endlessly load. I couldn't fix it. Meet me in Venice on December the 18th at 10 PM. Confirm the appointment by sending me a postcard with the meeting place. Bring me 50 bundles, the Italian passport and the red glasses. As usual, I have changed the passcode. The new one is, look in the old edition of 1865 on pages 88, 91, 94, 96, 98. Well, that's already telling us information we already know because we've just read that and Sam already told me the code, which I still haven't used yet.
The key to the password is close. I can feel it.
I see what I mean. We were trying to do the tower and the information's in this room, in Mr. Waddy's room, because I did the hints.
That may be useful to Mademoiselle Locke or me. I'll take a photo.
Now I feel a bit annoyed that I sort of cheated and used hints because I didn't realise that this was how the game was going to be. I had no idea. So I probably would have been able to work it out. Right, the code is 2 3 3. Wait, hang on a minute. No, it's not this code, is it, Sam? Is this something different, Sam? I won't do the code yet because I don't think that's... I think this is for something else.
Staring at the clock won't help. Wow.
Oh, what we got here? Dates: June, July, August, September, October. All in Arabic. Password to his office computer, which is probably the code you just told me.
He must change it every month. It seems to have a logical sequence, but I need to find the one for December.
Enter. What's this? Oh my god. We've got to think of the... I can't even see that. Honestly, I can't. I've got no idea. There's a logical sequence from one line to the next. I have to read the number sequence diagonally. 5193. You're correct. I don't understand how I would have figured that out. Oh, okay, so it's like... No, it still doesn't make sense. 5. Look at that. Look, it goes 361059. So I'm guessing, okay, maybe if I figure this out, it's still really difficult to. It goes, so 5 would be in June. I still don't get how that works. I know what you've sent is correct and everything. I'm just trying to pretend I'm trying to work this out. 5. How do you work that out? Because this number's here. 5, 1. But where's the 1? The 1 is there next to that number, but that doesn't even make sense. That symbol there is right next to here. See if you see my mouse cursor. How are you supposed to naturally work this out without using a hint? I would never get it. I don't think I'd ever get it.
If that's the
That's ridiculous. I'd have never have worked that out. I don't mind taking an L on it. I would never have worked it out.
The Arabic characters.
Too many numbers, too many weird letters.
Characters on the office computer's keyboard. I wonder if the computer in Monsieur Wadi's office has a similar Arabic keyboard.
Et voilà.
Don't think I'd have been able to work that out. I really don't. I would have definitely have had to look up a guide for that. Or I would have took hours, and I can't be arsed. Really cool apartment, though. I do like the look of this place. Lucky bastard. There we go. Here's his Arabic keyboard. Needs to be restarted.
The computer won't give up its secrets easily.
Yeah, it's typical, isn't it? Arabic keyboard.
This keyboard should help me translate this code.
Right, what's 5 then? It doesn't even have numbers. It doesn't even have numbers. Find the letter corresponding to the letters of the Arabic keyboard. Well, if 5 is what? R. Alright, 5 is R. I think I might get this. 5 is R. I won't even look at the chat a second. 1 is... A. So I'm already on A. 9 is... These symbols are so fucking hard on my old eyes to make sense of what the hell's going on. P, I think. I'm not sure. Could be P. If there even is a P. Yeah, there is a P. But I don't know. I don't think it's that one. They all look so similar. Why couldn't this have been less annoying? And then U is... The U's quite easy. That's F. And then... It's similar, but it's like 2 dots. So it's E. R-A-P-F-E. Is it rape? R-A... That's so close to rape. Holy shit, that's so fucked up. R-A-P-F-E. It's basically rape.
The password must surely be read that way too.
Is that supposed to be that?
Unlock the computer in Monsieur Wadi's office. Let me text it to Miss Locke.
R-A-P-E is rape. That's fucked. That is fucked. He had that as a password. I know he had an F in it, but Arabic needs right from left corresponding to yeah. Thank you, Sam. Is there a knock at the door? Was that a knock at the door?
Who are you? What are you doing in there?
I am Hercule Poirot. I am working with the police. You are Monsieur Wadi.
So it would be... But Sam, it would be, but it is technically rape in English.
Yes, next door.
E-P...
I thought it was
A-R.
Wadi who had come home. I don't know him very well. A delivery man left a package for him with me.
Confrontation. I live next door. I heard a noise. I don't know him very well. Delivery man left a package for him with me.
What evidence can help me prove he's lying?
You don't know your neighbor very well.
I don't know mine very well, to be honest.
How is it that Monsieur Wadi has a picture of you on his desk? There is quite a family resemblance. You wouldn't be his brother by any chance?
Why are you going through his things?
As I told you, I am working with the police.
Flock Pickens.
I'm his brother, Mehdi Wadi. Do you know where he is?
Hang on a sec, I can hear something.
I am very sorry, sir, but I have some terrible news.
Alright everyone, it looks like my mum and all that are back, so I'm probably going to have to end the stream slightly earlier than normal. Or I just go BRB because I'm going to have to like talk to people and that. I have no idea how they got here so quick, to be honest. They must have like come here for like rush hour or something.
It was for his family. He brought us here from Iraq to give my son a better future. We can't go back. You won't. You won't.
Do not fret, Monsieur Wadi.
Yeah, you're going back. You are being sent fucking back.
I am here.
I'm going to turn the camera off for this bit just for other people's privacy.
2 days ago, he was on his way to Venice. It was not a journey he was looking forward to. I knew something was wrong, but he promised all would be well soon. My son will be heartbroken. Aziz made a point of reading to Fadi every night so he could learn English. We hope to legally emigrate there one day.
Your son, Fadi. What did Monsieur Wadi read to him?
His favorite book is Alice in Wonderland. The nonsense of it all. Why?
Yeah, because they're sick in the head, that's why. Because they kidnap and kill children.
I believe your brother was a good man.
Oh, never mind then.
For some reason to keep secrets, and that got him killed.
Sir, there is something else. Aziz left me a letter to open if anything should happen to him.
Well, he's dead.
Show it to me.
Yes, I will get it.
It all makes sense.
Yeah,
it's horrific.
We're just going to have to open up the door. Give me a sec, guys.
Just business as usual. At least I have Ratchet's account number, 82664.
yeah, just open up the door for everyone. They're just coming in with their stuff.
It all makes sense. At least I have...
Yeah, we have the account number now. Yeah, I'm going to be ending the stream here. Thanks, Sam. 86264. Thank you.
Let me assure you, the man Ratchet cannot harm you. He was killed before your brother was.
Yeah, that's the good thing, isn't it? He's dead.
The one you say hunted Ratchet?
We don't have to worry about that.
Without a doubt. I promise you, I will find them.
Sir, we have no papers. The police...
This is why I won't play this until everything is good, because it's just too many distractions.
Now, I must go to my wife and son. Tonight, I will read to Fadi from Alice in Wonderland, and we will remember my brother.
Are we, Tom?
I need to notify Mademoiselle Locke that I have Ratchet's bank account number.
Alright, thanks everybody for watching. It's not too big of a deal because we're obviously getting close to the end of the game, which is quite sad.
Oh, shit.
Is that what is that, another fryer?
No, it's all shopping.
Oh, sure. Another fryer, that's the fourth one. See you later, Sam. Thank you for your help.
Are you going to actually help?
Yeah, I'm going to be helping in a second. No worries.